So first of all, apologies for the delay. So we'll go ahead with our dinner session. Today we'll be just reviewing yesterday's homework question, that is WAND. We'll have some literature review and then we'll conclude the session. Tomorrow we'll reinitiate our case-based discussions. In fact, we wanted to cancel these sessions today. We also had a debate session previously. Personally, we had a terrible loss. One of our uncles, we lost another family member. One of our uncles who is a pediatrician in KGH Vizag, Visakhapatnam, is expired today. He's been serving in these pandemic times, and for the past 15-20 days he was unwell, and today he lost his life. So it's been very challenging for us. I'm sure it's been very challenging for each and every one of us. And all I would appeal to you is through these live sessions, since it's an opportunity for me to reach each and every one of you, to take care of yourself and your family members, and make sure that you're protecting self in this challenging times. I literally have no words to say, because no matter how much we try to protect ourselves and our family members, the situations are so uncertain that we really don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, isn't it? I mean, that's been always the case. But anyways, having said that, being healthcare providers, do take all necessary precautions. And if you are actively involved in clinical work, do not stay with your family members. And if you have no other option, at least try to quarantine or isolate yourself in a specific room at your homes, if possible. Try considering it very seriously. I've been coming across various mails, messages where students are saying that they're losing their loved ones and they themselves are getting infected with COVID. These are very challenging times, but let's see what we can do from our side rather than just keep complaining. Okay. So, very good evening once again. So let's go ahead with our presentation. We'll focus on WAND and then we'll conclude this session. Okay. Yeah. So day 5 of our 7-day challenge. So another 2 days to complete our 7-day challenge, where it's all about consistency. And I'm glad that some of you guys are even joining 5 a.m. club. So let's keep this momentum going. And no matter what challenges we face, no matter what the circumstances are, if we are determined, no one is going to stop us from fulfilling our goals or dreams, isn't it? So after meditation, today we discussed about a news bulletin which we have come across yesterday. Hopefully, this is going to solve all the problems. I'm talking about vaccination program. According to government, 216 crore vaccines will probably be ready by this year end, which is sufficient to vaccinate the entire nation. So anyway, yesterday I asked you about WAND. So I've never used it clinically. It seems to be very interesting concept. Computer-assisted or computer-controlled delivery of anesthesia, local anesthesia, where we'll have an opportunity to control the rate and flow of local anesthesia. So we'll look into some of the aspects of WAND in relation to hot tooth management. We're not going in depth about the description of this device, but we'll briefly look into how this is being used to address a case of hot tooth, especially while delivering intraligamentary injection, which is the focus of our presentation. Yeah. So as you can see, a PDL injection. So this is from PubMed indexed article. I'll share the link in the description part of the video. You can find out in-depth review of hot tooth and its management. So PDL injections are usually given using either a standard dental anesthetic syringe or a high-pressure syringe. The development of computer-controlled anesthetic delivery systems, the WAND. So it's a computer-controlled anesthetic delivery. So this is something which I want you guys to highlight. So computer-controlled anesthetic delivery systems such as WAND, they have been found to be able to deliver a PDL injection. So Berlin and colleagues used the WAND, found that with a primary PDL injection, successful anesthesia was attained in mandibular first molars 86% of the time, with 4% urticine with 1:1 lakh epinephrine, and 74% of the time with 2% lidocaine with 1:1 lakh epinephrine. So according to these researchers, urticane is better in achieving anesthesia, right, than lidocaine. Also, we've seen about bupivacaine in gross ministry. So you can follow that information, right? The anesthetic of choice while managing hot tooth, bupivacaine. So no significant differences were found between two solutions. Okay, even though they say 74 and 86, the difference is not statistically significant, I reckon. So the VAN system was able to deliver 1.4 ml of anesthetic over the course of injection. When this system was used, the duration of anesthesia for first molar averaged from 30 to 40 minutes or 30 to 35 minutes, which is longer than 10 minutes, reported by White and colleagues. So here I wanted to highlight the volume of fluid that is being injected during PDL injection. So 1.4 ml, even that's more, because if you ever try to inject local anesthesia, most of your practitioners might be aware of it. If you try to inject local anesthesia using a standard syringe, it's very difficult to pump in solution because it's very resistant in accepting fluid, given the nature of the tissue over there. So you're able to deliver a small amount, 1.4 ml, which is sufficient, in fact, to achieve anesthesia according to the research. And interestingly, the duration of anesthesia lasted for around 30 to 35 minutes, which is sufficient to complete root canal procedure in that particular appointment. So, or you can, even if you want to extend further, we can go ahead again with this. So when used with pressure syringe. So when you compare this computer controlled VAN with that of pressure syringe, so with pressure syringe, according to these studies, they could inject only 0.4 ml of 2% lidocaine with 1:1 lakh epinephrine, but with VAN, more amount of LA we could deposit within this tight ligament and also achieve adequate length of anesthesia, which is very important in a clinical perspective. So no research of single tooth anesthesia device is currently available for review. So this article is from several years ago. So let's see. So this is something which I wanted to highlight about VAN. So it's about computer control anesthetic delivery, where the rate and flow of LA or anesthesia delivery can be controlled, which is very, very important. And when compared with traditional systems, there is an edge with usage of VAN. As you can see, more LA can be deposited, and also the duration of anesthesia achieved is comparatively longer, right? Yes. So guys, this is what I wanted to highlight, and some of your sent mails with your homework. I really appreciate your enthusiasm. And as I said, no matter what the challenges are, of course, these are very tough times for each and every one of us. We are in this together, and let's exercise all our strength to remain stronger than ever. Because what's the point in having all the strength if we can't exercise it at the right time? So that's what I firmly believe. And as I said, the situations are very challenging. But I'm sure we all have the strength to overcome the current challenges. And losing our loved ones in the process, it's very difficult for each and every one of us. But let's keep going, because we can eventually overcome it. And, we're also talking about vaccination programs. Thankfully, several vaccine candidates are available currently, and also another good news, even the Sputnik V has been in our country. We got it from Russia. It's not yet in clinical usage, so it's been approved, I reckon, and it's available from next week. And also the cost is around 995 rupees or something per dose. So comparatively higher, but the good news is we have another machinery to fight against the current pandemic. So do take care of yourself and your loved ones. And before I conclude, remember, it's all about working hard, working consistently, and most importantly, believing in ourselves. And also, I would like to take this occasion to pray to my uncle, and may his soul rest in peace. Take care, guys. So I'll see you tomorrow in 5 a.m. and dinner sessions as usual. And tomorrow we'll go ahead with a case-based discussion. Okay. Love you all. Good night.